Welcome, everybody, to the Hound's Tales podcast. Tonight is the fifth episode, and I am James Hudson, and joined with, as usual, Dylan Watson and Daniel Evans. This weekend was an off weekend for us. As far as any hunts go, we were able to get a little pleasure running in this weekend and get some exercise in for the dogs and stretch the old truck legs out a little bit. Definitely enjoyed that, doing that with y'all. Tonight's episode is gonna be kind of a little different. We're not really going to have a general topic that we're going to talk about, but we're going to do what we like to do at hunts and just sitting around at the hunting cabins and stuff like that. We're just going to tell some stories, some of our favorite dog hunting stories. Um,
It
you know,
works for me.
it's one
Yeah.
of our it's one of the best. It's one of the fun things about doing this and getting together with people is just telling stories. It feels like old people at a table just sitting around telling line stories and stuff like that. And I'll kind of kick it off. I know one of my favorite ones I like to go back and think about is the first time I got to hear my own dogs that I raised from birth run. my Walker hounds, my deer stock hounds per se. I raised them. I went back and my dad had a really good set of dogs back when I was in high school, and some things come up and he ended up having to get rid of them. We were able to track them dogs back down, and I was able to pull the last dog off of out of that litter that was still alive. Let's see, they'll be 4 in April, so 4 years ago now. And I got that bloodline back that I wanted. It had a lot of his bloodline from his upbringing of dogs and generations of dogs that he's raised. And so, for any of my Appomattox, Promised Land, Reedy Creek boys that kind of have a little history behind the club and the dogs there, these dogs would go back to Mr. Cheatham's stock. Out of his deer foxhound crosses, and so it was between that and my dad's stock. It was really important to get that bloodline back and be able to raise that around here again. And my dad had a Jip at the time that was really powerful. She was a good dog, good deer dog. And this is before I got into the fox pen world, so I didn't care about breedings, other paper breedings and stuff like that. Anyway, those dogs were born in April of 17. If I'm not mistaken, April 17, and I would have put them right at about 9 months old. No, I'm sorry, 7. God, how old would they have been? Yeah, 7 months old. They would have been 7 months old at the beginning of the first hunting season that he got into. And I started turning loose with the older dogs, older pack dogs, turning loose just every chance I got to let them learn. And I was able to just let them kind of teach themselves. And I'd been walking them and stuff like that. But anyway, to the point of the story, it was the last day of the season. And they'd been involved in other things. They'd been involved in catching a couple deer, and but it was always with other dogs and with a little help, and or either another pack had got them to jump and that kind of stuff. Hadn't really done it all by themselves. Last day I took and right behind one of our family's lakes. We turned them loose right behind there and sent them into the woods, and they trailed for a couple minutes and ended up jumping one by themselves and ran it through a cutover, ran it into another place, and actually was able to get somebody a deer in front of them. And I tell you what, that was one of the proudest moments I think I'd had in a long time, getting those dogs to do that. So that was pretty cool. It's one of my favorite moments as a dog hunter goes, is being able to get that first kill in front of your dogs and really getting to see what you've worked for.
Yeah. I mean, I just got Patsy, what was it, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, I think she's
Yeah.
she's two. Yeah.
And turned her loose when she was 7 months running with your dogs. That's the
Hmm.
only one I had at that time was her, and she started showing real good potential and started picking it up real good closer to the end of the year. And then I can't remember if she had one killed in front of her the first year or not.
I'm pretty sure she did. I think she had at least one.
At least one of them. And I mean, I was proud, but the greatest feeling I got was this past year. Uh, it was the last week of hunting season, and I killed one in front of my own dogs. That's
Hmm.
that was a blood pumping moment there. That made me feel good,
Yeah,
especially.
that's a whole new feeling right there.
Yeah, that just amped me up even more. So I mean which it shocked me because normally they're Patsy and Wishbone both at that point in time they were more of a pack dog, I would say.
Mm.
Patsy was starting to get her nose coming around, and uh, what it was some dogs was running up through uh, pushed up stuff there, and I decided to turn them two loose, just have at it and join the pack. Well, the pack decided to go one way, and them two decided to go the other. So
Yeah.
I uh, I was just easing on along and just happened to look in a little cut over there, and I was like, all right, I see the dogs. What are they barking at? About that time, here come the deer. I mean, right to me. So I mean, it was all within like a 5 second period. It felt like it happened so quick, and I mean, they followed. I shot at it, and it went on in the woods, and I mean, they come by me. I mean, screaming like somebody was beating them with a stick, screaming. It was sight chasing, and it was a good feeling. It was a real good feeling. I was pumped after that one.
That's right. That's right. I think I remember that day. That was about the last week of season, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last week. I want to say it was that Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. Was Daniel, were you with us then?
No, I
I
don't
think
think
that might
so.
have been the one day that you weren't there.
Yeah,
That
I don't think I was there for that one.
uh Dylan, I
I
know
think.
you remember this one. Um, that first field trial that we went to together.
Oh yeah.
I took them puppies we were talking about down there to a guy named Smurf. He puts them on. I'm blanking on his real name right now, but he does a really really real well run outside hunt down in, oh crap, what's the name of that area? Anyway, it's somewhere
Halifax, wasn't
Halifax, yeah, somewhere around in there. Brookmeal. I'm sorry, that's
it? That's it.
yeah, Brookmeal area. That's where it is. Anyway, he does a really good hunt down there. If you're into the outside hunts now, if you're going to go to one and have an honest, fair, very well judged, very well ran hunt, that's the one to go to. Uh, Keep out whenever Smurf does his hunts, and that's the ones. Anyway, we went down there, and it was our first deal. Our buddy Mark Mallard helped us along, and kind of taught us some of the ropes and getting the dogs prepped and ready, and helped us paint a couple of these deer stock dogs and get them ready. And we went down there, kind of just to go down there and have fun, see what it was all about. And my dog named Sith ended up bringing it home fifth in the all age class that day. And I tell you what, you want to talk about emotional? I've always been competitive my whole life. I swear, if I didn't cry hard, I definitely cried a little bit. We were all emotional. It was me, you, Mark, and my cousin Stacy were all down there. And good Lord, it looked like we just won the daggone lottery down there.
Yeah.
And all we did was finish fifth in the outside hunt, not knowing really what it was all about. But still, just that joy that your dog that you just you raised from birth went down there and competed and was able to place. That was a heck of a feeling. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah, that was a pretty good day there, especially being
Mm-hmm.
our first one. The kind of first field trial, I guess you could say. That that really put the bug in us there.
It struck the nerve.
Yeah, it got us.
It was a couple weeks later, and that cold one, we went down there, and the same dog was 13th, I think is what it was.
Yeah, yep.
So we started off with a little luck. That was fun. That's the way to do it. Start off with a low luck, and then we got disappointed the whole rest of the year.
Yeah.
we didn't hit
Yeah.
on nothing the rest
We
of the
didn't
year.
hit on anything, and then I don't know. This year we've started out with a bang. I would say
Yeah,
we've been doing pretty good.
yeah, for some rookies.
Yeah. Uh, not saying we're doing the best, but
No,
we're doing pretty good
we ain't got no
for being
clock
our
sitting in
second
that.
year.
Right. Well, to be honest with you, I called this really our first full board season of
Yeah.
actual pin running.
Yeah.
A lot of those ones last year were using the deer stock dogs and them tree stocks, and it took a while for our hard headed selves to figure out that these coon hounds ain't going to compete out here with these foxhounds. They just ain't going to do it.
Oh no, it's no way. I mean, in the woods, I mean, I've seen a few the tree stock kind of keep up, but once there's some opening there, you're gonna see this foxhounds just wear them out when there's an opening.
That's about like Foxtail last year when I took that Vader dog of mine down there.
Yeah.
Poor dude, he'd come out about fourth, coming out of the woods, and there's this big open field in front of, in the front area of Foxtail that you can watch the coyotes go by and pass and come through, and it's where the chase is happening. Anyway, my dog would come out, that Vader dog would come out second, third, fourth out of the woods, holding true to the track. Once they got in that open woods, all them long-legged foxhounds would just blow by him, and he'd end up
Yeah.
about 15th back in the pack and have to catch back up again.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how you think you got a fast hound, and then all of a sudden this one out of nowhere is like, oh, hello.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, taught us it's a whole new world. That was one of the eye openers to me.
oh yeah, it's a totally different world. And I mean, which Dennis even told us when we got our first fox sounds. It was like you're not gonna come back from the foxhound world. You're gonna see how it is, and then you're gonna want more.
Yeah,
which I can vouch for that.
So say you got the bug and went and got another one Sunday.
Yeah, I went and got another one, and she does pretty good. She actually surprised me. Which I was laughing yesterday after they got good and running. It was kind of a slowish day. There wasn't much going on, and they finally picked up on something. And Wishbone and her got in there together, and it was funny because Wishbone would start pulling the front and starting to put a little gap in between there, and then all of a sudden you see Georgia just grab another gear, catch him and pass it. And they would go back and forth like that. They'd done that for a good 15, 20 minutes.
To hold the front.
Oh yeah, they want the front, and it's. I got thinking, I'm like, if that's how they run together,
yeah,
all it's doing is pushing. They're pushing each other.
Yeah,
is what they're doing, and that's if you can get two dogs to run together like that, you're liable to have something down the road.
I'm praying that our combo, or the group that we got coming up, is going to do that. We get all six of them running, or however many, 7 of them running together. I know, Daniel. I know. Once we get all my puppies over there with yours, and then all 3 of us get together and turn loose as much as possible together, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, dude. And that's what I was going to say. We was just talking about, Dylan getting dogs. It's funny how I did it.
Right.
It won't long. We went to Foxtail. It won't long after that, I got a puppy. And then what? The next day we come back from the Creedmoor hunt.
That's right.
We got another puppy.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, no doubt.
Once you get hooked, you're hooked.
Right. They, I still think I love how fast Daniel, how fast you got hooked to it. I know that first day I took you, you rode with me the first day out there during hunting season,
Yep.
and you had that deer come up on you.
Yeah. Yep. That one. Yep.
But it's still,
It was.
it was cool to see, you coming from the still hunting background and have dogs run one to you.
Yes.
It was
Absolutely.
cool to see.
Yeah. Absolutely. I enjoyed myself big time that day, and here we are.
You're right.
Got two
Right.
puppies coming up for the fox in the deer woods. So.
Them little jokers were jumping all over me today when I went and fed them.
Oh, they was. I swear they was jumping in my shoulders yesterday.
Uh-huh. They got a lot of energy. I love it.
Oh yeah. Before you know it, it'll be time to put them in the woods.
Oh, I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Me neither.
That's what's going to be another good one is when we get these puppies and get them all raised up and come this hunting season. They ain't going to be a year old. They'll be 9, 10 months old, and we'll have them
Yeah.
in the woods. That's going to be fun to hear them little puppies in there if they can get them things screaming and get them running good.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Especially that amount of puppies in there.
Right.
I can't wait to hear it.
I think another memory I'll never forget that happened this year, and that was that pools hunt that we went down to, and we all placed. Oh, except our buddy Lolo. I'm sorry, Lolo.
Hmm.
But that was pretty neat. Getting into the fox pen world, you always hear people going down together and these stories of, yeah, our whole crew went down there and just stole the show down there. We took 50% of the trophies home. We didn't do that good, but we kind
Yeah.
of got our first taste of all in the two trucks that we drove down. We had to make room to put the trophies back in there. That was neat.
Oh yeah. And shoot, that was the first time I placed ever, and
Yeah,
got
yeah.
ninth place. And you could have told me I got 10th. I didn't. I mean 20th. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was thinking that man came home first place. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was
Oh
I was
man,
happy about that one.
Clapping
you
for
didn't even
yourself on the way up there.
Yeah, that's right.
you didn't even wait for the full breed to get called out. You were on the way.
Yeah, I was on
Yeah,
the way.
that was funny.
But
You talk about some high horses on the way home.
oh yeah, I was
Good
pumped.
Lord, we were on cloud nine. That 2 hour ride didn't feel like it took 30 minutes. We were so excited, and we didn't even win the hunt. We just, I was fifth, you were ninth, and Newman was what 11th,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I want to say 11th.
Yeah, he was 11.
But still, I mean, to go down there and do that, that was so much fun.
Oh, it was. We had a good time. And I
Yeah,
mean, just sitting back thinking of just a few months ago, I had no trophies sitting anywhere, and I'm sitting here
hmm
staring at three in the past. What hunts? 4 hunts that
yeah,
we've been to.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of blows my mind how much we've worked with these hounds throughout last year and the hunting
Yeah.
season and into this year. It's showing. So
I think hunting season did a lot of good for these dogs. Got a
oh
lot of
yeah, for
hunt in them.
sure. Oh
A
yeah,
lot of hunt.
And
and
these
and
puppies are going to be right there where they're
Yeah,
really going to be wanting to run right at hunting season. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
I'm
gonna be
hoping that's
perfect.
going to help us tremendously.
yeah. I'm excited to go try to get some of these puppy hunts in after we get them out the breaking pen.
Oh
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
That's
that
what's
that
going to be.
Mary dog. Uh, she's gonna be right stout. She's got some big feet. Dad looking at her is like, you look almost like a coon hound with them big old feet. But she's gonna be right stout. I'm kind of excited to see what she comes out to look like.
I was messing around with them on the bench today, my puppies, and uh, my poor Jip. My boy will stand still for at least a little bit for me and let me mess with them, get me into a little bit of position. But my poor Jip, you take her one leg and get it set in the back, and you move the other one, the one you just set, move back to the front.
That's the same thing my little Jip's doing. She does not like it. Now it's crazy because I worked with the little female. I worked with Phantom, and she didn't.
Name, you got too many.
Yeah, and she didn't care for it too much. And I put Smoke up on the table, and he just sat there, just pretty as you please for a good, I know, 2 or 3 minutes, and then he kind of got tired of it. And Mary, I throwed her up on there, which she's a month older, and I had her kind of facing the lots, and she wasn't going for it. And I turned her away from the lots to where she couldn't focus on the puppies. And I'm talking, she stood there, and all I had to do was hold her tail for a good 5-6 minutes. She never moved, head straight. I'm like, oh, really?
That's good at that.
Yeah, that's real good.
So,
you think we can get your hyper dogs to do that, Daniel?
Chief will do it. I think Chief will do it. Shepherd. I don't think we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
We're gonna try it. I'm gonna try to get it.
And that's what I got to thinking the other night. I was like, all right, we got these puppies on the ground, and we start benching all these dogs. There's one person to at least 2 hounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, Daniel, you got 2 males the same age.
Yep.
So it's gonna have to be you and Kelsey, and then luckily me and James got away with 1 Derby female and 1 Derby male.
Yeah.
But if we win it and have to go to the end of it, we're gonna have to get somebody else to show for us.
That'd be funny.
that would be intense. I mean, it'd be hilarious and fun to do, but that'd definitely be a show right there.
Oh, I can see it now. We'd be cutting each other's eyes at each other like,
It might be an awkward ride back to the hotel.
Like, darn you. You came home with the trophy, with the champion, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I was right there.
Trash talking all the way to the hotel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. When we got into this thing, we talked about, and a lot of people warned us about, me and Dylan kind of got together and really started working together with this stuff. And, me and him talked, and we agreed that we weren't going to be kennel partners. We were going to do our own thing, get our own dogs and that kind of stuff. But we were never going to be a combined kennel. It's just, we didn't want to put that in jeopardy and put our friendship in jeopardy and stuff like that. And I feel like that's worked out really good. You'll take mine to hunts, and I'm taking yours to a hunt here in a couple of weeks. And, you'll run mine, I'll run yours. And Daniel, you didn't come in and you got your dogs over there with my lot. So they can all be kind of raised together, and you feed mine if I'm not there, and I feed them if you can't get over there. And it's been really fun to work with y'all. I will say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It definitely works being unofficial.
Right.
Makes things a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's been fun, and I hope y'all have enjoyed listening to us bull crap around for a little while. I thought that might be we kind of talked about it this morning, and we thought it would be a good little twist on how things are done and how we've been doing things. So, if there's, we'd love to hear some stories. I think
absolutely.
I think we're going to make a Facebook page here within this week is what I'm hoping, and get one established. So y'all have to check us out on Facebook. Might be an easier way for everybody to talk to us and comment and communicate with us. And we'd love to hear some stories. So until we get that, shoot us an email, houndstalespodcast@gmail.com. And, maybe we can make that part of the show eventually as listener stories. That'd be kind of neat.
That would be.
If y'all can't think of any more, we can kind of move into the hunts from the past weekend. I got some pretty cool ones this weekend. Looking at all the hunts.
Uh, have at it. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Good
sounds
deal.
good.
We'll start with the Twin County Fox Preserve. Took 775 points to win. They had a one class hunt. Howell Spade, the dog was out of Jet Pilot Ray, and Howell's Brown Bird. Howell and Sons Kennels was your winner down there. BG Cougar was second. The owner of that dog was Alton Craft. And Sarah was your third place dog at a 911 Kennels. Here's a cool one. Lima Road Fox Preserve set a new pen record. Y'all get ready for this.
Oh, I seen that this morning.
2,790 points to win. A new pen record. And I think it busted the old one by almost 300 points.
Them boys was running.
Good.
And girls.
That's stroking.
Yeah.
That's stroking.
That's crazy.
JT's Oil Slick was your winner and the new pen record owner. That dog's at RJ's Cujo and RT's Skeeter. It may have been Jay in my sloppy handwriting, so I apologize if it was RJ Skeeter. John Etheridge is the dog owner. John, congratulations, man. That's a kick-ass score. That's awesome. That's definitely something to be proud of. Second place down there was ECC's Venom at a Eastern Carolina Colada Kennels. And your third place dog was RIP at a Rollover Creek Kennels. J&J had a puppy hunt this weekend, and Hellhounds Kennels had a good weekend. Hellhound Hash, yeah, she did pretty good down there.
Yeah.
Hellhound Hash was the dog that won the hunt. The dog's out of Austin Roads Greater. And Hellhound's Little Sophie out of Hellhound Kennels. And her second place dog was Hellhound Congo. Broomstraw was the name of the third dog, and that dog is at a White Top Kennel. Moving on to Taylor Gens, they had a two-class puppy hunt. The younger class took 1,115 points to win.
Wow.
Yeah, another good one.
Good.
A couple thousand-point hunts this weekend. White is the name of the dog. Actually, Littermates took the top two spots. They're out of Tall's Tank and Tall's Brownie. Carrington Jones is the owner. And Green is the name of the second dog. So he had White and Green place up. Callie was your name of your third place dog, and that dog was at Team Huckstep. And speaking of Team Huckstep, he was the winner of your older class. Took 1,055 points to win. The dog's name is Shooter out of Butler's Front Row and Kraken Crazy Block. AK was your second place dog at a Turnip Seed Speed. And I believe I'm saying this right. I believe that dog's name is Beyonce.
Nice.
Third place, right. And Hunter Shoemaker is the owner of that dog. JJ's Fox Preserve took 1,330 points to win. Another big one. Rogers Monkey is the name of the dog that won the hunt. That dog's at a Rogers House and Turner's Run, Rogers Kennels. Mercer's Santa was the name of your second place dog at a JNR Inc. Third place was Full Stride Skunk at a Full Strides Kennels. Let's see, the 95 Fox Run. And this one's cool. We talk about the fox hunting community being able to give back and do a lot, and this is one example. And this one's cool. They had a one-day benefit hunt down there, and the benefit was for the Tuberville Children's Home. I hope I said the name of that right. These guys raised $30,000 this weekend.
I've seen
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
That is awesome.
So, hats off to everybody down there. That is, excuse my language, but that's kick ass. That's what it's about right there. I love it. I absolutely love it. It was a two-class hunt, Derby all age. Bentley's Bird Dog was the name of the dog that won the Derby. That dog's out of Redwoods Monster Boy and Turkey Creek Lynn. Hammerdown Kennels. Congratulations to y'all. Hollow Oaks Righty out of Hollow Oaks Kennels. And Cover Girl was your third place dog out of Tookidoo Kennels. Tookidoo. The all age class, Tiercoat Sassy was your winner. That's out of Champion Lake Hills Chili. And Pals Mary at a Terracoat Kennel. Screwed that all up, but Terracoat Kennels. I'm sorry, buddy. Blouts Creek All States Jake was the second place hound out of Blouts Creek Kennels. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be L's Iceman or LS Iceman. I like LS Iceman, being a car guy. There was no owner given for this one. So I do apologize, whoever's dog that was. But all right. Going into the last hunt that I got wrote down, Pools had their Southeastern 3-day. I believe it was some good running going on down there, and looked like it was a good time. I hate we missed it, but just couldn't make it happen this weekend. Croker's Demon took the Derby class. I know he's down there quite a bit at Pools. I know he's having a pretty good year. That dog is out of Champion Swift Creek's Rusty and Fraser Boys Ivy out of Croker Boys Kennels. Stone Mills Stub Hub was your second place dog out of Stone Mills Kennel. Third place was Clover Patch Buck out of Clover Patch Kennels. And your combination winner for the Derby class was a dog named Ringo out of Old School Kennels.
Ringo.
Oh, Ringo. He's been having a pretty decent year, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The all-age class, Miller's Malibu was your winner down there. That dog was out of Champion WT's Captain Morgan and Miller's Maybelline out of Miller's Kennels. Then our buddies Donnie and Corey Chandler, they were able to bring the second place home. They were the bridesmaids this weekend with Jack 'em Up's Little Man out of Jack 'em Up Kennels. Good to see y'all get into the top three down there, guys. Congratulations, boys. Third place, and I hope I'm saying this right, is Claiborne's Rio at Claiborne's Brothers Kennels, and that dog was also your combination winner. That's all the hunts for this weekend. Got some future hunts coming up. Got some pretty cool ones coming up. The Full Moon Fox Pen is having a puppy hunt on March the 21st, this Sunday. 95 Fox Run is having part of their Border Wars hunt April 16th and 17th. Grassy Branch Fox Preserve is having a 2-class puppy hunt this Saturday on the 20th. The book is full on that hunt. Kinston OFWB Church is having a benefit hunt at Triple B on April the 17th. Bay City is having a puppy hunt March 27th. They are also having part of the championship money hunt series on April the 10th. The following weekend at Round O Fox Run on the 17th is the continuation of that championship money hunt series. Going to Foxtail, they're having a Derby all-age hunt March 20th this Saturday. I believe the book is full for that as well. Also for Foxtail, they finally announced the shootout date for the truck. It is June the 5th. So if you think you've got you a powerhouse, I'm going to save my money, and I'll let y'all go down there and have the fun. But they're having their Foxtail shootout. I know he didn't have it last year, and he was Chris was pretty upset about that from my understanding. So I'm glad he was able to make it happen this year and get it together. And that hunt is June the 5th. I think they still might have some numbers, if I'm not mistaken. So that one's going to be a fun one to follow and watch and see how that one comes along.
Oh, yeah.
Pools.
I like to watch them run.
Oh, man, I'm half tempted to see if I about going down there and judging it.
Yeah.
Pools Fox Preserve this weekend. The Angola Lodge is having their hunt on the 20th. Next weekend we'll be down there at the Courthouse Hunting Club hunt on the 27th. April 10th, the United Eastern is having a hunt on at pools. And then the big hunt that we're prepping for and trying to get ready and get these dogs in shape a little bit more and train them up, the Maryland State hunt. I believe the book is very close to full, if not full. And that hunt is April the 16th through the 18th. But if you're going to be down there, call and get your numbers. Tar River is having their Crowfoot Hunting Club hunt this weekend on the 20th, and their next hunt after that will be the Southern Classic, the 3-day on April the 1st through the 4th. And that's all the hunts I got wrote down. I'm sure there's plenty more. Again, if you're a pen out there listening, please email us your hunts that you'd like to have in. We'd love to be able to put them in, and we'd love to work with y'all on getting all these hunts broadcasted. And just another way for y'all to get your hunts out there. But well, boys, I believe that was a pretty fun little episode. What do y'all think?
Oh,
yeah.
I agree. I agree for sure. It's pretty fun sitting back talking. It's almost like you said earlier, just sit back talking at the cabin and
just shooting the bull.
Shooting the bull, you know.
Shoot, I'm even sitting right here drinking me an old Milwaukee while I'm sitting here talking to y'all boys.
Oh, not the old Milwaukee. Not the old make you walk funny.
The old make you walk funny. Well, fellas, before we go, I'm going to give my shout-out list, or our shout-out list, excuse me. A lot of this information and hunts and scores we're getting off of Speed Dogs Facebook hunts result page, also speeddogs.net. Make sure you check out them too. Poolsfoxpreserve.com, getting their upcoming hunts and results off of there. TarRiverPreserve.weebly.com, the same deal. For my Virginia people, the Virginia Hunting Dog Alliance. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. Make sure you're a member. Join. Huge. VAHDA.org. Also, another great place that we get a lot of our information from is masterfox.net. Another big shout out to my friends out there at Chestnut Mountain Feed Company. Christina's always taking care of them. I just went and seen them today, and I was able to get my food again. So appreciate y'all so much. And if you need a good place to go get your food, check them out. And again, we ask that if you have anything that you want us to talk about, any topics, any pens that want to talk, any ideas of conversations, email us, houndstalespodcast@gmail.com. That's HOUNDSTALES podcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Google Podcast, Radio Public, and on Breaker. We're getting close to breaking the 500 listening views, so that's pretty cool. Just starting this thing out, and we're hoping that we can carry this thing on and keep y'all listening, keep y'all entertained. We're in the process of working on some other stuff, and to make it a little more interesting, maybe some background music. Our buddy Dennis Scott, he worked up a pretty good little intro for us. We haven't quite gotten the 100% laid down yet, but we that one's, I can't wait for everybody to be able to listen to that. So, and y'all keep him in your thoughts and prayers too. He had an accident at work, and I think he'll go into all the details, but he had an accident at work and kind of knocked him down for a day. But he's a tough little joker, and he's back up working and they're not missing a lick. So, but y'all keep him in your prayers and pray for some recovery on his injuries, and make sure you check him out on Facebook too. Look up for his CD and keep an eye on his music. Dennis Scott Music on Facebook. Fellas, I believe that's it. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it, and appreciate. We'll do it again next week, and as much as we can keep it going, we're gonna try to keep bringing this kind of stuff to you, and we'll try to find a guest speaker to come on here pretty soon. And
we're gonna talk to a few people, see if we can get them on here with us.
See if we make something work.
That's right.
But want to thank y'all again for listening and keep on following. Let us know what you think. Thank you, and happy hunting, guys. Y'all take it easy.